Okay. Mike wants to show everybody how he waters. There we go. So we got a ton, which I'm going to have to collect, of asparagus. I'm trying to find them. You can kind of see it. Those are asparagus seeds. So what you would do is kind of like the coffee seeds, which I didn't know that. They're in these little berries, those green berries, and then you pop them out and dry them out and go from there, package them and all that. So I need to do that soon, but I want to leave some for the birds, of course. I know, thank you, Mike. I haven't got to share this with y'all yet. I got a lot of different flowers, some fruit trees, and different things in here as well. Again, it's just a mess, and things are just, I'll catch up when I can. Let's just put it that way. If I had help, then things would be different. So, anyhow. So, look at this beauty. Isn't it so pretty? I can't wait for it to bloom some more. I think that's supposed to be the azaleas, and it's that color. But yeah. So if you're doing everything yourself, hang in there. Things will get better eventually. I don't know when, but it will. And if it don't, we just have to keep going and going and going. That's all that we can do. Alright, and this little guy is like that. If you look at previous videos, this did not look like this. My son got out here and he said, you know what? My little man got out here for me and he was like, I am rearranging everything and it's just not going to be as you once had it. So you barely have a walkway, barely have an area to sit at, but whatever. I did go through those boxes. I still got a few more of those, as you can tell. There's a few left. That one I got to put, it's a chair or whatever. But that's what those raised beds are out here. Were those boxes. And if you're new to my channel, it's not the little man's fault. He is nonverbal autistic, and he just has a way that he's going to rearrange how he's going to rearrange. And for him, he might like it like that. So that's my life. We're fixing to burn these boxes though, so that'll be out of here. Yeah, the yard's still a wreck. Again, doing the best that I can. I'm one person and I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to do other things, and you know, this is the reality of when you're doing everything yourself, at this size and magnitude and everything, and using a battery push mower, because I can't get the mobile, before I zoom in, I can't get the mobile people to come out here. I had a gas one, and I'd rather not use gas anyway, and so for other reasons as well, like not able to drive to get gas or afford it, etc., etc. So I have this, and it's very, I love it. I do. The only thing is that if the grass gets a little too high, it's going to wear the battery down basically too quick, and you're going to be stuck with higher levels of grass in certain areas and things like that. So there's downfalls for it, but it's exactly what I need. It's just I need more batteries, which are very expensive. But anyway, there's a lot more to it. If you would like to know some more information about it, let me know. Yes, those are goldenrods, and they're very medicinal. They are very much needed. The honeybees, they absolutely love it as well. So all the pollinators, they love it, and it is very helpful for them. Now, this is my beautiful roses that I haven't got to keep up with this year. With some goldenrods. But yeah. Then today I noticed, sorry, I'm having to juggle around everywhere, almost falling there. My lemons, they're getting closer to being ready, and that's what they said, more the fall, winter time. Depending on the temperatures, they start getting ready. Depending on if we ever get cool enough, these are going to have to go in the house though, because I will not lose these. It took a while to get them going. The seeds, because of the way the temperatures are, that's what I was going to make this video about and show y'all what's growing. Like basically the summer crop is still growing along with, let me see, I'm trying to think, maybe some of them are for fall too, but the cantaloupe, watermelon, and all that, that is definitely summer. And I'll show you all that in a second. But anyway, the winter seeds are not making it right now. So the boiled peanuts, those are making it. But I think that's only summer. I just watered them today because they desperately needed it. And so the boiled peanuts are back here. But you can see they're all kind of crinkled up. Let's see. But I do have a few of those, and like I said, there are some growing. I just got to find out what's growing, what's not growing, and go from there pretty much. This says it's the lettuce. Sorry, that's my neighbor's, whatever that metal thing is. But yeah, so it's a mess right now, but it's all right. I will get to it when I can. Those white ones, the bees and the pollinators love those too. I'll explain more. My son's grabbing the phone right now. Hold on, let me turn it off. Hold on. You see that kitty? What's that kitty doing? But yeah, there's the lemons at another view, which is cool. They're good sized lemons too. So, all right. So this is also, like I said, summer crop. And I just plucked most of them though. But the bell peppers and stuff, a lot of the purples I plucked. And I left the, I don't know if it's banana or if that's just a yellow bell pepper. I think it's yellow. It is, yeah, it's the shape of bell pepper. I just had to make sure. So that would be yellow bell peppers. That's not banana peppers. I question over to the side over there, the ones I just plucked today, which you should see. Yeah, I'll have a video. But I think I have just a picture of it right now. But yeah, so you'll see more of a banana pepper look, but they're green, so I don't know, maybe they're just bell peppers, but like those yellow, or no, they're green right now, so you'll see. I'll explain it better then. This is okra, and I got a ton of them, but I did pluck them today, so again, I'll be showing y'all that. I don't have the video of me plucking them, but I do have, did I water those? I did forget to water these. I gotta water these fruit trees real quick. But let me show y'all the fruits, and then I gotta hurry up and come back here and water. Sorry, there's a lot on my mind right now. I figured I would go ahead and show these real quick before we get back to the video. This is a huge zucchini, actually. Thankfully, I am going to be able to get some of them. The raccoons and possums have left it so far. These are how I was saying that it seemed like banana pepper shapes, but they're green like bell pepper. They smell like bell pepper. This is an example of how huge that zucchini is. But I'm glad. I want to see how big the other ones can get. And then here is some okras, the purple and different color bell peppers as well. They're a little small, but that's okay. Tiny but mighty. That's what I was saying, is that I went ahead and plucked the, that I don't have video of me cutting them and everything, but I do have pictures, and I'll get video of the products. Well, not products, but you know what I mean. Alright, so that is a cantaloupe. I got some more cantaloupes, as long as the ants or the raccoons don't get it. Like I said, this is a summer crop. Thought there was one in there. And that's another one. And look at that big boy. That's a watermelon. There's some watermelons on that side, but there's also watermelons here. So that one's going to be a good size. There's a netted watermelon. I think there was some on this side too, maybe, but I could be wrong. It's not going to pick it up unless I'm on the other side. Oh yeah, and then there's a little one now growing too. And I think there was more on the other. I'll have to go show y'all. But yeah, I think it's the grasshopper also that's eating on my okra plants, the leaves. So, and a ton of wasp at another area. I think it's think it's this type of trellis, but they're on it and it's crazy. I'll show y'all that in a second. I was watering them on accident. I was like, oh my God. Thank God they didn't sting me. The red and black kind. Yeah, it's another cantaloupe. But that one might be eaten though, because I think that's on the inside. Yeah, that's the other watermelon. And I'm just kind of looking around with my eyes, not with the phone. I'm going to show y'all the wasp real quick. And if it'll show, I don't know. But in the corner of my trellis, I'll have to use a little pointer thing, but it's not focusing that well. Let me see if I can get a little closer, and then hopefully they don't come sting me, because they were watching me. I was like, I'm sorry, because I didn't realize that's what was going on. But yeah, they're in that corner. I think they're on there still. But anyway, yeah, I got a lot of wasp inside there too. It's a mess. But anyway, like I said, one thing at a time. I did leave that intentionally. Like I said, the morning glory vines and everything. But it looks like the flowers are slowing down tremendously though. Right now they'd be closed. But during the day I still see a little bit. It's just not that many. And of course my cat's got to get in the flower pot. But anyway, yeah. So I will have more videos for y'all, more shared information and different things, like what does this and how you can do this, how you can do that. Like I was showing y'all the asparagus. This one also has some too. It's not just weeds. That's what you would look at this and you'd just be like, okay, that's just grass blades. What are you doing? Why aren't you cutting it? Well, I've got, that's a grapevine. I've also got asparagus growing in here. It's going to be harder to tell because it is getting dark. I'm trying to find real quick where, there we go. There's some of the berries. You see how there's some of the berries there? That's asparagus as well that's in here. So it looks like it's weeds, but it's not. I actually got a garden going on in here. It's just the raised beds on both sides over here fell apart. And I was going to tend to it last winter until more family health issues. And it's just been one thing after another like that. It's just not letting up. And I don't know how much I can humanly take, but I'm going to have to. I got to keep moving forward. So, yeah, there's the kitty on there. That's supposed to be a storage building put together, but it takes 2 people to do that. And, well, I don't think my cats can help me with that, so she might try. She's on there. She's like, come on, Mom, let's go put it together. But yeah, so it takes 2 people to put that together. Eventually, something like that will happen. And like I said, this is pretty much my fun trellis that's still producing food during supposed to be the fall time. But because like I said, this is summer crop and it shouldn't be making it right now. We're already getting near Halloween. Let's see, we are, I'll tell y'all exactly, we are October 24th to be exact. So angel number 2424. Michael's coming to grab the phone. Go ahead, little man. Uh-huh. There you go. Thank you, my mics. Your mama's helper, huh? Yeah. Go ahead. You can do that if you want. Go ahead. Go ahead, grab the water hose. It's right there, baby. Yeah. There you go. Okay. Thank you, my man. He does that because on windy days and when it gets crazy and stuff, I have to do that to make sure that the ashes don't go crazy and everything. And so weighing it down with the water, it helps to kind of keep it there and everything, absorb it so it doesn't fly too much. Sometimes at all, and then you gotta relight it again. But that's alright. Go ahead, get some more boxes. Uh-huh. Oh, Now he did fall earlier, right in between here. He fell on accident. That metal that used to go over the fire pit, it was out this way somewhere or something, and then I had the poles right here. But the good thing is that he caught himself. The reason why I'm mentioning this is because we are on a program called Naturally Recovering Autism, and we desperately need donations to be able to continue to do this. But it's really helping him in many ways, because 2 years ago or a year ago, I can't remember now, he fell and broke his femur, and so he was in the hospital. I was with him there, and then the nursing home, they wouldn't let me stay there. So but if you're in that situation, it sounds like that you can, but you have to sleep on like a blow-up bed or something like that on the outside in the hall. I would have done that if he wouldn't understand. Like, why are you out here when most of the time or sometimes he had an empty bed in the room with him. But I wanted to stay so bad, but again, he wouldn't understand. There's a lot to explain for that. Anyway, so if your loved one's in a nursing home, you should be able to, I think legally, you'll have to check into it, but that's what I was told, is that we're not supposed to know that, but that will be helpful if you're in a situation where you have to be there with your loved one. Yes, baby, he doesn't like it when I'm talking and he don't understand. That's why I usually do voiceovers. I know, go ahead, let's get it. Yep, it's starting to do the ashes, huh? Yep, see, that's what I'm talking about. Go ahead, baby. Let's get it going. That's why he was trying to get my attention too. See, he has the alertness now, huh? Compared to back then, he didn't have that alert, like, oh mom, we need to hurry up and put some water on it. Since the program, he has been able to do that. If you're wanting to work with me and you're wanting to, while everybody is helping to work with showing the injuries and how it's happening and all of that, because he shouldn't be like this. He should be recovered, and they should be affording that for us, because this is not our fault by any means. But anyway, and so if you want to work with me, let me know that too, because I know that I'm verbal, though. I can communicate, not maybe the best, but I can, versus my son that he can't at all. And so if you're looking for, like I said, different aspects as well, let me know that too. And I will not be replying to scammers. If you don't get a reply, more than likely you're a scammer. Just know that I know. So I've learned that along the way as well. Let me see. I hope he's emptied them. I mean, he's been pretty good at that, but I wish he would stop going through all these boxes. That would be really nice, because I don't have a whole bunch of totes and stuff to store all this stuff. And of course that costs money, so anyway. But yep, I will explain more on a voiceover. I'll probably just have to do either older video or a picture or something, and because there's some stuff that I want to mention and talk about that's been on my mind, and I'm also getting influenced and stuff as well, so. And that's pretty, huh? This is super cool. Just came out here to hang up a sign. I did not expect this. Wow. That's so cool. And I love them. And I've been needing to see them. I've been wishing I could be near one, and here it is. So cool. Wow. I'm so happy. Oh yeah, we got a lot of X marks the spot stuff going on in the sky. It's not as much as it was earlier, but there was a whole bunch of it. But anyway, that's super cool. They probably know where the cats are too, but I don't know why it would be there though. That's what I'm not understanding. Because don't they usually have like trees or something that they hide out at? I'm assuming. If you're a bat lover and you know some information, or just know some information, let me know. But yeah, that's amazing. In between there, those two hooks, that hook and that hook, I was just about to hang my sign. And I started reaching up because I didn't notice that, and then I was like, I pull my hands back. But I don't want to disturb. I don't know if it's her or him. I know, baby, that's her kitty, but I'm looking at the bat right now. I don't know what to do because I was going to try to decorate for Halloween now. I decided I might try a little bit. It's not going to be what I usually do. I know, little man. Hold on. But I'm going to try to see what I can get done, I guess. Finally got the yard done. That little square, you can actually tell where it was at. But yeah, still got to get the backyard and everything. But my main focus right now, since we're near Halloween, that just blows my mind. Like, I don't know. Like, well, I'm pretty sure probably pretty soon, I'm assuming it's going to start flying away. So we might want to get away, and I'll just decorate over here, and then I'll come back and check and see if she's still there later or not. And if so, I'll let y'all know. But yeah, I haven't got to put anything up since, like I said, and so we're getting way closer towards Halloween now. But I'm going to get there, and I better hurry up and turn my water off because I just started watering my flowers up here. So let me get to it. But it is super cool. I just can't get over it. Super cool. That really does make me happy because I have not been myself at all lately. At all. I've been going through too much. We can only take so much as a human, so yeah, it's getting beyond past the breaking points. Well, I had another one until you see what's on there. So they borrowed some holes in there, and it was over in this corner right here. And so there was a bunch of ants all over it and in it. So, but it looks like it was getting ready, but that's all right. Hopefully they don't mess with these two. This one, and I think there's one on the back side. Yeah, if they grow, because now we are getting colder temperatures. So I might not, at least I got one. I mean, that's cool. I hope grasshoppers don't eat on it. I don't know, but that one's a bigger one compared to the one in here, which I think started growing first. I don't know, that's unique. But yeah, so I got a few of these growing, and I'm hoping, like I said, they'll take off. Also, I do have, oh, hold on. I had to go get the fire going again, but I'm glad because I got that one. I forgot that's the bigger one, and that one too. But it looks like this watermelon's not making it. Yeah, see how big that is? I gotta get the that thing on there, the netting. But the okra is growing like crazy too. But what I want to show you is also my kitty. She loves the roofs. Her and her sister love the roof. I know. It's my Missy girl. I miss you, huh? Yeah. She's definitely got a different meow compared to her sister. It's more of a deeper meow. Oh, pretty girl. Yeah. My pretty girl. What's that? And there was somewhere in here, like a whole bunch of them just kept flying out when I had watered it here the other day for the flowers, for the vines. And they went nuts. I know. Yes, pretty girl. I know it. Sorry for my little squirrel moment there, but I still need to get these. They might be getting them because I think I had a few that were much bigger than this. And I think they're probably getting a hold of those. Like they've been getting these zucchini. However, if they leave it alone, I might actually be able to get some zucchini this time. And there's a whole bunch of them. So, like I said, if they leave them alone, I don't know if they will or not. So we'll find that out together, and I will definitely let y'all know. But I hope they leave it alone. That's my pretty girls. Yeah. Makes me think of that Guns N' Roses song, Welcome to the Jungle. That's alright. I'll get all this cleared up, but the roses are loving this weather. And hopefully this year I'll be able to get that area fixed. I'm hoping. We'll see. One more time. Oh, the zucchini. A bunch of zucchini. I just got to figure out which kind this is again that I have and find out what size they're supposed to go to. But I think that might be the size because they look like they're staying pretty small. And then I can harvest them. And my little man's got the fire going. That's my little man. You gotta get some more on there. Alright. It's a little warm, huh? Feels good though now that it's colder. That's my little man. Look at that kitty back there. What's that kitty cat doing? You can do that. There you go. Thank you, baby. So there are some topics that I do want to talk about. Now, I don't have enough time in this video. This is going to be more focused on the gardening, and coming up will be some Halloween stuff, and I'll explain that then. But as you had seen, my porch is just a complete mess. Now, part of it is because I'm deep in the south by the Gulf of Mexico, and when it gets hot over the summer. So it's not playing around. And it's getting worse through the years, and it sounds like it's even getting worse further up north as well, where they used to be more cooler, and I don't know, everything's changing. So anywho's, I'm not gonna go into that topic because you know, I already know that a lot of people probably cover that kind of stuff, and every now and then I might still cover that stuff. I'm trying to keep things more on the lighter side, because there's already enough out there that's, you know, giving awarenesses or what it is and stuff. And like I said, maybe, you know, I'll still make some of those videos, just not as much. But again, that's just me thinking right now. I might start making a whole bunch of them. I might, you know, anything can change at any time. So anything I say, just kind of anything that we all say, just kind of, you know, unless you know the person and the person just really can, you know, say something and be like, Tuesday's ice cream and Wednesday's this and this is that, and, you know, and they can actually do that, then they can actually do that. But I, you know, like to go with change and what I'm guided to do kind of thing, go with the flow, and that's what I do. So that's how I am. I go with the flow. All right. So besides all that, the point of what I'm trying to say for this section is that, like I had showed basically with the porch, you know, it's been too hot and this, that, and the other, and just now, sort of, but not really. It's still pretty hot during the day, and that's why the wasps are still out, and that's kind of another reason why I'm avoiding it as much as possible, to clean it and everything, because I've been very grateful they haven't stung me yet. I'm trying to do, you know, some coexisting and, you know, things like that, because they really are needed. From what I had heard is that they actually dig deeper than honeybees on plants that need to be dug in deeper or whatever, and so it kind of helps the pollen and stuff a little better, they say. And just definitely, you know, research into that and everything further, if you're more interested into that. But yeah, so what I'm going to discuss probably in some of my videos through being inspired, because I was watching somebody's video recently and I was just like, you know, what is wrong with me? Things have gotten worse over the years. I used to just plow through cleaning. Everything was easier, you know. I mean, yeah, I'm getting older, but that's not what's going on. I was just like, something's just getting worse. And so, I mean, there's other factors to why and what and how this has happened, which I will go into detail. Well, not in detail. Definitely not detail because this isn't just, me. Like, I could talk about me and my son, but my family members and stuff, or, even if I had friends and stuff, it'd be the same way. I would not give no names. I would not give no identification. I would just basically say, this person passed away. Well, I could talk about like my mom. She wouldn't mind. But, she passed away in 2018. And so from there, before that, there's, things that has happened, surgeries and other things as well. So like I said, I will have to go into more detail on another video because I don't want to consume this video, with this type of stuff, because that way I can actually focus that video on this, you know what I mean? But I just want to let y'all know what's coming up, basically. I don't know if it's going to be the next video or what, but I do want to talk about this. But basically, the inspired video and everything, she was mentioning how she had ADHD and some of her friends were autistic and, and mentioning how the process and everything of cleaning, I was just like, that's me. And that's the complications that I'm going through, and that's what I'm solving. And it was basically like watching me, because that was things that I finally started figuring out. I was like, okay, if I clean it this way, what about trying this away? Will this help? Or what about that? And everything that I just recently thought of, literally that night, I just discovered this video, which is just, it blows my mind, but that's how things are. Especially with guidance and everything. And yeah, she was basically mentioning everything that I was just literally previously thinking hours before. And I was like, I needed this confirmation. So I was like, if I feel like this, others might be inspired too. Others might also feel the same way too. And so that's what I believe in. And I haven't done it. I have not shown the wreck of my house or anything like that, because all this perfectionism and everything has to be done a certain way. It has to look a certain way. If it don't look like this, then you're this or you're that. And that's not reality. We can't have everything spick and span. I'm sorry, it's just not possible. And then with the things that I got, I need more storage is my issue. And so I've been trying to trying to store, but I can't. And so because the house is small, and then the store, like I was just showing earlier in the video, the storage building that I was going to put together outside, that's supposed to hold my garden stuff. Even though it's small, it still would at least hold the push mower, weed eater, the garden tools, flower pots, and some other things. And then eventually, if things turn around and go in the right direction, then, eventually I would like to get a greenhouse and, things like that. So I can have sections and everything of what and where things are supposed to be. But when there's limitations and stuff, like how that one's not put together and I don't have a greenhouse and this and the other, as you can see, it's just a wreck. So, or as far as the outside and everything. Now, some of it, I did have it set up like that, but I'm still trying to finish setting up the raised beds and this, that, and the other. I don't know if I'm going to fill them up with dirt or not yet. I don't know. I mean, in a way, I kind of need to regardless, because I need to get that dirt away from the side of the house and that dirt pile in the front yard. So, even if I do move still, at least I can kind of, throw that around in the yard. And then move the raised beds with me. But anyway, but yeah, there's so much, it just gets too overwhelming. And you're like, what do you do? But like I said, I'll discuss further with all of this. I figured some things out, some things I haven't figured out. But the point is that, it's a wreck. This house is tiny. I need more storage. And so, again, I'm not perfect. And that's why I hope this video that I will be making will be inspirational and helpful and maybe comforting or whatever it is. And maybe we can strike up a conversation. Maybe you can suggest things for me too that, you know, could be helpful, or maybe it could be helpful for somebody else. You know, anything is helpful, to be honest. And so, but yeah, that's why I want to make this video, because of that and everything, and to kind of be like, hey, this is realism. You know, when you're doing everything by yourself and you're trying, like, I have to explain my situation. And I will be doing that in that video if I can remember too, that like, you know, this is a type of many hours that I have to do this for this, you know, cooking can be this amount of time, and then making the juices could be this amount of time, and then starting to work out, or, you know, blah, 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 because I need to add that and some other things. And like I said, that'll be in a whole, in this video that will be for that. So I don't think I'm brave enough to show my house yet, just because of the fact that I know people would be like, what is wrong with you? But it's not a matter of what is wrong with me. I just have to explain everything as clear as I can, but not as detailed as I can, because like I said, privacy, you know, for people. And it's going to be kind of rough, so I'm going to have to kind of probably talk slow while I'm trying to process how to say things, you know, without being too not private or whatever. So for people, you know, and things like that. So, but yeah, so it all happened and started for a reason. And that's where I want people to understand that, you know, yeah, that depression definitely is real. You know, having other factors against you, like maybe autism or other things too, because I know I am. And of course we know my son is. And so, it doesn't help. And then the size of the house and other things. So anyway, I will keep going, and I'm trying not to. I was just trying to kind of explain a little bit of what's going to be coming up in the video. At least you have an idea if you know, might think you might be interested in it or not. But like I said, it could be, you know, helpful in some way. I used to do cleaning videos. Maybe I'll get back into that, because I might, like I said, I might need to still chip away what I can in here before doing that. But then at the same time, I might just have to just face it and just be like, this is reality, and they're going to have to understand this is my reality and what I have to deal with while raising a special needs child that is nonverbal autistic by myself. So, you know, you have to keep an eye on them as much as you can. And then I got my animals on top of that, and like I said, other factors. So I will explain all that then. But I'm going to go ahead and start explaining now on the videos that are coming up. And coming up basically is going to be some of the Halloween decorations that I have done. It's not perfect. I still got more to put up, and I will share that with y'all when it's done. That's my little man. Thank you, babies. pink color a second ago. All right, little man, you ready? Are you sure you want to do that? It's barely going. We got to get it finished. We got to get it finished. All the kitties. Them nitties. I know. Tell me about it. Oh, uh-oh. How's that one going to finish, itty bitty? And that one, I'm trying to get him to finish. I know it. That's my little man. He wants the kitties, huh? He says, I want to play with the Nene. That pretty kitties. In case you haven't seen, there's a Halloween story type video that I have made. I'm going to be making stories like this until I can start setting up the props and things like that. And then I'm going to do different type of styles and different type of ways I'm going to be doing these magical type stories. So I have a Halloween one, and it is kid friendly, so it is for families. I already have another one made, but I haven't uploaded it yet. I wanted to get this video done first and then upload the next one and try to create a few more before Halloween if I'm able to. And then the next month I'm going to try to do kind of some holiday things and then just whatever random type stories that come up that I create. So I will explain more sometime about these videos, but coming up, like I said, I did share the video. This goes to another channel of mine that I have created that's specifically for these videos. So if you like them, definitely head on over there. I will have the channel in the description of this video.
The enchanted forest was alive with excitement. Halloween was coming. The air crackled with magic. Leaves crunched under furry paws and tiny feet. Deep in the forest, the fairies were busy. It was time to decorate. They loved Halloween. The forest glimmered. What a spectacular Halloween it would be. The fairies worked tirelessly. They hung shimmering cobwebs spun from moonlight. They strung glowing spiderwebs between the trees. Little bats made of light winked from the branches. Friendly jack-o'-lantern smiles were carefully carved into plump pumpkins. The birds helped too. They were so happy to be included. Bluebirds hung tiny glowing ghosts from the branches. Robins carefully placed garlands of autumn leaves. Everyone worked together, their laughter echoing through the trees. But not everyone was happy. Deep in a shadowy corner of the forest, 3 witches watched. They did not like all the prettiness. "It's supposed to be spooky," cackled the first witch. Her voice was like a rusty hinge. "Far too cheerful," hissed the second witch. A long green snake slithered around her shoulders. "Let's cause some mischief," hooted the third witch. 2 bats flapped around her head. The witches grinned wickedly. They had a plan. Section 4, Trouble in the Enchanted Forest. The witches flew on their broomsticks, the snake and bats following closely. They swooped down on the decorations, tearing them down with their bony fingers. The glowing spiderwebs were ripped to shreds. The little bats made of light were smashed. Even the friendly jack-o'-lanterns were kicked to pieces. The fairies cried out in dismay. The birds twittered in fear. The forest, once so beautiful, was now a mess. The witches laughed cruelly and flew back to their shadowy corner. Section 5, A Change of Heart. The witches sat in the darkness, but they didn't feel happy. The sound of the fairies crying made their hearts feel heavy. "Maybe we went too far," whispered the first witch. "They worked so hard," said the second witch, looking at her snake. The oldest witch picked up a broken jack-o'-lantern. It still had a tiny glimmer of light inside. "Halloween can be spooky and beautiful," she croaked. "Let's help them." The other witches nodded. They felt bad for what they had done. Section 6, A Spooktacular Halloween Together. The witches flew back to the fairies. They used their magic to fix the decorations. The snake and bats helped too. The fairies were surprised. They hadn't expected the witches to be so kind. Soon the forest was even more beautiful than before. It was both spooky and enchanting. Everyone worked together, laughing and having fun. That Halloween, everyone in the enchanted forest learned an important lesson. Halloween wasn't just about being scary or pretty. It was about being together and having fun. And that's what made it truly magical.